it started to become really, really like apparent that I was really disconnected from my own feminine energy of like, yes, I know what it is, but to really embody it and get into another realm of understanding, experiencing, and yeah, like I know that I have existed very safely in the masculine for pretty much my whole life. And I wanted to shift that narrative and explore the other side, which feels so strange to say because I am a woman. I was born a woman. Like I live very much so. But the more I got into the understanding and the energetics and all that, like all these other things, it was just like you need to explore this. And the more that I've connected with women, whether online or in person, I could feel the difference. Like I don't even know how to put that into words, but like
Mhm.
that softness, that ability to be in flow. I've always been the creator of the flow. I determined what the flow was, which is not really being in flow. So,
Mhm.
when something wasn't working, my reaction was to work harder. Well, you clearly didn't do something right. So, question the hell out of yourself, ask 20 people to validate like that. That was just my default response. And I was tired of it. So, and that's pretty much like my, not even just my business, but just like my whole life. If something's not working, I'm like, okay, clearly you're the problem, something's wrong, you missed a step, you need to go back to the drawing board and just really like not even accepting my own flaws, really need to show up and perform and be
Mhm.
productive and do a million things and not just ever be able to be like. I'm just now getting into a place in these last 6 months where I can rest and not over justify to myself. Like nobody's ever questioned what I do or don't do but me. The way that I felt called in was that it was geared towards feminine energy, period. Like there were no other bells and whistles for me that were piquing my interest besides diving into, like the name of the program, like Goddess Uprising. Like, okay, we're going to bring this goddess up out of me and embrace her, and we're going to center her, and we're going to value all of her. And the way that I was just able to just kind of say, that doesn't feel right to me, which, again, a year ago would have not been words that came out of my mouth. I would have said, okay, this is what I have to do. So I'm going to go do it. I
Yeah.
just was like, okay, that's really, really good information. Now, what can I take from that to see how it feels? Like I'm way more experimental now. I'm way more willing to try what my gut tells me versus having to have this, I make my own to-do list now, but having to have this, like, somebody told me to do this and then this and then this and then this and then this is going to be the result. I just kind of sit in this space now where I'm just like, I show up and I let the magic be the magic. And like the relationships that I made with the other women that were the specific cohort, like that's the kind of stuff like you can't put a price on. You can't put, like that tangible, like you're gonna do XYZ.
Right.
I'm sure that other women that might have been farther along in their own, feminine journey than me, but for me, it was a really good, it didn't even feel like a starter. I feel like you could definitely join like at any place in your life, but it just, yeah, it just being able to be in that kind of space where that was the center of attention, like that is exactly what I needed.